Hello everyone, and welcome to a guide for achieving the highest possible defense in Diablo 2. So here is, as always, a very useful tool when you want to test out things, and today we are gonna take a look at just how high amount of defense a Paladin can get in Diablo 2. So I think we need to first cover the basics. We're not gonna be boosted by the Merc. We can also only get one buff in the game, that is an armor shrine. We can also pick up the Fortitude buff, but besides the shrine and the Fortitude, I haven't really thought of any other ways that I can buff my defense even further than just wearing very good gear. So let's get to the gear then. The inventory is rather special, as you can see. These are Grand Charms with 100 defense, which is the maximum roll, and Dexterity gives, I think it's 1 defense every second stat that I put into it. So having Dexterity and defense on a charm is just added defense. And the same thing for these small charms here. Very nice ones. I have never actually seen one of these spawn in the game, but I assume they are legit since they, can be found reasonable on JSP and seller sites. And then of course Torch and an Ilios, but honestly, if it wasn't for the skillers, I might just rather go with another one of these, just because 100 defense is very nice. But yeah, let's cover the gloves. So these are some modified steel rinds. I just went with Augur gauntlets because the maximum defense that you can get on gloves in game, with them being ethereal, is 324, and the same thing goes for belts and boots. So 324 defense is the maximum highest possible defense on these items here, and I just modified some quick items and added the defense that I wanted. And then of course I am going to be using 2 Ravenfrost rings. They each give me 20 dexterity, which helps. And then comes the probably more exciting gear. Fortitude as a weapon, oh yes. So Fortitude has really no stats at all for offensive purposes. It's really bad for offensive things, but it comes with chilling armor when struck, which is the same thing as the Fortitude here, and then it also comes with 200% enhanced defense, which is an amazing high amount. And then we can move on to the shield. This is an exile. I believe that I added too many defense. I think the perfect roll is 1818. I just wanted to mention that, but I wasn't really able to modify it better than this one, so I get too many defense. I just wanted to mention that. And then of course stone. The maximum roll is just about 5300, just below that, so this is the highest amount of defense on an armor that you can get in Diablo 2. Now, I was quite surprised. I was sure I was gonna be able to see like maybe 6,000 or 7,000, but yeah, I did some research and this is the highest defense that I can get on an armor. And then the crown. Finally, we are actually going to be using a bit of a weird rune setup here. Pulse gives a lot of defense. That combined with an ethereal 2-socket crown of ages, well, Corona, in this case Corona being the elite version Helm that I chose to use, is just a very good amount of defense. 897, just below 900 is the maximum. And then a metal grid, just because it has 350 defense as the perfect roll. So these are the highest possible defense items that you can get in the game. Also, another buff thing I actually forgot to mention is that we are going to be using Beast. And then lastly, I want to also quickly talk about unperms, because, well, this is, no budget, no limit, highest possible defense you can get. These rings here are modified Ravenfrost rings, where I just removed all stats and added some enhanced defense. I think I can just add a picture now of the ring that I'm going to be talking about. But basically this ring here, it only spawns on US West, and it hasn't been seen for many years by now. I have never seen one in game, and I'm pretty sure that you also would have to pay quite a few real life money to even get such an item from seller sites, not GSP. I don't even think you're gonna be able to find anyone on GSP. Like maybe if you knew some contacts or had some really high wealth, maybe you would be able to get one of these rings that I'm talking about here in the picture if I can add it. But yeah, just wanted to mention that you can get crazy unperms that maybe gives you a slight edge over Ravenfrost rings and so forth. But this is also sort of a legit guide, I want to keep it legit as well, so people can maybe dream about it themselves. So yeah, I think that pretty much covers it for the gear. Okay, so let's quickly cover the build. Now, as you can see, the Holy Shield level is at 55, because apparently with the best pre-buff gear in the game for a Paladin, you can get it as high as 55. I don't quite believe you can get it to that big amount, but this was what I was able to find googling for information. As you can see, it increases the percent by almost 1.2k. So let's just see what the defense is now without Holy Shield and no buffs. 54k. Bam. That is how much Holy Shield matters to your defense. On a normal smiter with average gear and, kind of just a Grief and an Exile and, High Lord's Wrath and stuff like that, you can get 40, maybe 50k defense. Due to all these insane items, I'm able to reach almost 200k now with legit gear and nothing really going on, not even a buff yet. So it's pretty fun to see just how much Holy Shield matters if you're able to get it to a very high level, as well as stacking defense. But yeah, there's nothing more else to say than that. I mean, you can kill a bit, but you're also gonna get hit anyways, cause the mobs will always have a 5% chance to hit you regardless of how much defense you actually get, which was a bit unfortunate, cause 5% is actually quite a lot. You will get hit pretty often. And as you can see, I put all points into dexterity after equipment was covered with strength. The Helm was the one that took the most strength, by the way, I think. Yeah, I think the Helm was the one that required the most strength. But yeah, I think that pretty much rounds it up for the build. Oh, and I should probably also mention that Defiance aura, the one that I'm actually using for my Exile, I'm going to be, actually not using that one, because Defiance I have obviously maxed. So I can just quickly put that on as well. And as you can see now with the Defiance at 24, and if I then remove it, it gets a little less, not a lot, but still my Defiance aura is better than my Exile's aura. So yeah, let's end the video by going to an armor shrine that I have already prepared and have some fun. So let's see what the armor shrine does to my defense. 184k now, 194k. So let's get the Fortitude buff up and go into Beast. So I just want to be careful not to die now. That would be a bit stupid. Well, a lot stupid even. There you go. Fortitude is very easy to proc. It's always such a fast one. And then lastly, let's go away from these mobs here, just so I can go into Beast relatively safe. Now, Beast increases health and defense, not by a lot, but it's still pretty fun to get that as the last thing I can do to get the defense up. So voila, we almost 800, well 1k life now. So yeah, hope you will enjoy this little site now, and let's see, because I haven't actually looked at it before myself. Okay, 212k defense. I'm pretty I'm pretty happy with that. That's actually very good. I was hoping for maybe 250,000 defense, but still this is pretty good. And I think with that I can end the video and say thank you for watching, and if you have any comments or suggestions how can I maybe even go further than 212k defense? I would love to know. I'm sure some people are gonna know how to get even more defense than this. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, and if you actually wanted to see just how overpowered enhanced defense is, I can quickly switch out the rings here to the unpermed ring that I was talking about, and now you can see just how much that matters. Getting another, well, 10k defense per ring. Enhanced defense is so powerful. So yeah, I didn't really want to include these unpermed rings here that apparently only spawns on US West Realm, but still it's fun to kind of just at least explore the non-legit version of the gear setup as well. So yeah, if you have if you have any ideas for other things you want me to test out, feel free to say so. But else, I think I just want to end it with that. And as always, thank you for watching and have a good one.